Hello, hello, hello. This is Catherine, and I am with Casey, my brilliant partner in crime. And today we are talking about my favorite topic about being a business badass. Okay, some of you that may be tough to take in, but I'm telling you, you need to be a badass, or some of you do. So maybe some of you don't. But Casey and I, two of us. Okay. So
Yeah.
how are you doing today, Casey?
I'm badass. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
That's good. That's good. I'm so glad.
I'm doing
What do
great.
you think makes you a badass?
Um, I think one, the willingness to be myself.
Yeah.
We talked in previous episodes about that thick skin, and you just got to get out there and do it. And you know what? If you fail, if you stumble, if you say the wrong thing, learn from it and keep on going.
I am so good at saying the wrong thing and keep on going. How about that?
Makes two of us.
Yes. I think, first of all, I think there's almost, well, I mean, look at me. I'm like jumping around like I have a fever or something. But like, there's like, when you talk about badass, like there's an emotion, there's a feeling. It's like, I'm not giving up. I'm here to win this, dang it, this life of business. It tries to tear me down, but I'm here. And that makes you the badass. You don't have to be the winner of everything because I don't even know who that is. But it's being a badass. I was just hearing something about companies that are $1 million or more, and like women own one in every five of those companies. And I'm thinking, why didn't I ever hear that? That's amazing. Like you don't hear some of these statistics that are like,
That
well,
is.
I mean, I want more. I want
I was
more
about to say,
women.
I want more. Yep, it
Yes,
is, but I want more.
I want more. But like no one ever talks about women succeeding or something. Like let's hear that someone is. They're a badass. And then the people trying for that one man, you're a badass. So embrace it, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes. So I think being badass is all about showing up. I mean, if you're going to put it in a nutshell,
Yeah. Showing up with you know,
confidence.
that attitude of like, hello,
Here
Casey
I
and Kathy's here. It's like showing up. One, okay, you walked through the dang door. You got up. You pulled up those damn pants. You educated yourself.
put deodorant on, got rid of the cow patties.
You did all that. And now here you are. And you freaking deserve a high five for that. And the badass person is not sitting around worrying about what the rest of the dang world's doing.
Yeah.
I had someone say something to me not too long ago about, oh, are you worried about ABC? No, no, because you know what? Future Thinking Consulting has something to do today, and it's her.
Yeah.
And that's badass. It's not about not caring about things, but you are focused. You're like,
You took the word right out of my
oh,
mouth.
okay, go for it.
No,
Go
you
for
did.
it.
I think that's so true. Like listening to other things. I don't watch the news. And some people like scold me on that. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't have the time to fill myself with something that is negative 99% of the time.
Yeah.
And the news isn't making me money. It's not providing a roof and food. And we all know I love some food. So I
Speaking
don't
my language of making money. Thank you, Casey, for bringing
what
that in.
you eat, right? So
Yeah, and I don't apologize.
no. You,
I'm I've had clients that have apologized about doing so well during the last whatever couple of years. Anyway, and I'm like, no, that's what we're here for. The world wants you to succeed. The
yes,
world wants it.
here for
So you
to
take your badass business, your badass partners, and you get out there and you are showing up. Dang it. That's so good. You're
yes, let
showing up.
yourself be seen.
Yeah.
Don't play small.
Oh my gosh. Right. Badass is not small.
No, it's not.
Badass is not small. Badass is you're okay to say the M word, which is million. You're okay with that.
Yeah.
Go and say the word billion.
Yeah.
I don't care. Say it. And then you didn't make a million, you made 20K. Okay, but you were badass enough to say the word million, for God's sakes. Quit being so ugh,
To think is to
small.
create.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you think millions, you eventually get millions. Just got to keep showing up and putting in the work.
Yeah. So when you say show up, what are you seeing the person doing?
Oh my.
Tell me what to do.
I'm trying to get you to tell me what to do. So for me, I think we're a great example when, we had a conversation and then I had, mentioned jokingly to you, I was like, I think, we do great, like having a thing together. And then it was like 2 days later. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why didn't I ask her? And, I reached out and you're like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. And we did it.
What we're showing the people now is the before party and the after party of the podcast. So, we're like grown-ups and then we just had fun. And then it's like, this is real life. This is how I deal with people. Like right now, this is what you meet when we have a Zoom meeting or whatever.
Yeah,
It's energy. Badass is energy.
it
Like
is.
no one's hiring the person with their head on the table or the sorrowful look.
Yeah, like a bump on a log.
Yeah, because first of all, every human being on face of the earth has something they could be sorrowful over.
Yeah. So I have a funny story talking about badasses.
Uh-oh.
So in October, I was flying to, where was I going? New Mexico. And I was flying Southwest, and it was right when they had all those flight cancellations. So we're sitting there, cancellation after cancellation, and these two cowboys walked by. And I'm thinking, oh, they just have, cowboy boots, some cowboy jeans, for lack of a better word, and cowboy hats on. And I'm like looking at them. I'm on the phone with one of my team members, and I'm like, well, I'm not into cowboys, but hey, they're pretty ripped. Like, at least have some eye candy. So, I mean, come on, we're all human. So they go sit at the bar, and I'm like, our flight's delayed again. I'm going to sit at the bar. So I walk up, I see them sitting there, and I said to myself, I am going to go grab that seat. So, long story short, I sit next to them, start talking to the cowboys. End up getting on the flight. The only seat that was left was in the middle of them. While I was sitting at the bar, I found out they were twin brothers. They own an airline, Catherine.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Not only did they own an airline, but they also owned a ranch. They had filmed several different Westerns there. They've been in Westerns. They were both retired military. And when I sat on the plane and started sitting and talking to them, and I was like, so what exactly do you guys do? I don't understand how you got into owning an airline. So they would work on planes and when they were in the military. And he said, what we do is pretty badass. And I'm like, okay, I want to know more.
Me too.
Yeah. So he says, let me show you this plane. And he shows me a plane that they just built. It was a custom jet for a prince in some company in Africa. And he's like, this is what we do. We build multi-billion-dollar planes. And I'm like, what? And he's showing me the countertops, and they have real gold nuggets in them. And he kept saying, now this is pretty badass. Let me show you this. This is pretty badass.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, you are badass. But because I was willing to have the conversation and ask questions, they were like, you're badass. We need to work with you. So now we're looking at working together, but I showed up, and that's badass.
It is. It's so badass. I want to jump you right now and hug you because that is what I've had clients nervous, and I've double dog dared them to walk into a company and ask for a job, and they got it. And the person didn't say badass, but they were like, That was the wildest thing I've ever experienced. Someone just walking in. And I'm like,
People
that's the badass.
yeah, that is
Yes.
bold. It's a
Yeah.
boldness.
Yes. And I love that story because I would have to say and I don't want to use the word best, my biggest clients have come from me walking up. Yeah. And
Yeah.
a lot of times those big clients, like if you say in a networking or whatever, a lot of times those clients are sitting by themselves because people are scared to walk up.
Mhm.
So get up and walk up. Grab a
Yep.
beer, do whatever you need to do, and solve their problem. Solve one problem. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be solve their life problems. One.
Yeah.
And then you collaborate and your business grows as a badass.
Yeah. And I think that you bring up another great point, which is no surprise.
I love you. Please keep saying that.
I
Cha-ching,
will.
cha-ching.
Do I get $1 every time I say it?
You're my
$100.
referral fees.
I love it.
Talking about going up and talking to the person. Like I had a friend in high school that was stunning. Like, oh my God, stunning. And boys would be nervous to ask her out. And so, you know, and it's like that. Like you got that possible client who's so gorgeous that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Please double dog, triple dog dare you. I am triple dog daring everyone listening to this. Go up and talk to them. Find the people you need to talk to and make a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you absolutely need to listen more than you talk. You cannot solve anyone's problem if you're constantly talking about yourself.
Yes. I'm going to
So,
advise you to do that.
yes, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
That's right. The listening, well, first of all, oh my God, listen to your customers because they are screaming at you, telling you what they want. And
You
some people don't listen. They're so rigid. They're
so
so rigid.
you can actually ask customers for feedback and they give it to you? Oh
Crazy.
my goodness, there's the gem for you. If you're not asking your customers, you're not doing it right.
Right. And if it's, I mean, this does not feel good. It stings. It's like acid. But if they give you bad feedback, that's your moneymaker. If
Absolutely.
they tell you, Catherine, you did not da da da, or I would love you to ABC. There's my moneymaker. They just told me in 6 words how I can make more money.
Yeah.
So take it and do a backflip and be the badass, willing to, instead of like, feeling, I don't know, upset or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they cared enough about you.
Mhm.
You may have even pissed them off. I've probably pissed off a couple people. And then once they tell me, we fix it.
Exactly. And when you have the ability to take that criticism and turn it around
Yeah.
to make their experience better, they will have so much more respect and they will tell all of their friends about you.
I have a person that has referred me to 14 different companies, and
Wow.
it's from that.
Wow.
We did a thing, and then they said, oh, you know what? I would have liked this, and I fixed it, and I overly fixed it, and I overly fixed it again.
Mhm.
And they're like, wow, that really wasn't that serious. And I'm like, well, I took it serious. And then
Yeah.
14 other clients referred.
That's a game
Please,
changer. Yeah.
please. You can be a grown up or you can be a little baby pants. Don't
This
be
is
the baby. Don't be the big baby in business. Be the grown up. And the
yeah.
grown up is badass.
Yeah. And ask them for what you want. Ask them, what would you love me to do?
Yeah.
Like, and don't ask yes or no questions. Ask open-ended
No.
questions, but get that feedback, and that's some badassery right there when you
Yeah.
take it from it.
That's badassery, ladies. Badassery. And gentlemen.
Yes.
That's right. Ask a bold question. Ask it.
Absolutely.
And then take it like a grown up.
I love it.
because I guarantee everybody is, you know, and I'm just going to say failing somewhere.
All
First
of
of
us
all,
are. We're not
some
perfect.
right, right. And people love to work with imperfect because they're like other humans that they can
Yeah,
talk
they
to.
feel human. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, who wants to talk to the perfect person? That's so obnoxious.
So, Catherine, that's actually a great segue into our next episode. So, you mentioned being human, and all of us humans love a little dance party. So, next episode, we're going to be talking about shaking your money maker.
That's right. Come and listen to us. We give you money maker ideas. Thanks, Casey.
Thank you. And I look forward to episode 5.